What's up? My name is sanegirl, and I'm here to answer a few questions from Sound of the Future. Is that 508?
Yeah. Now I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Now I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sanegirl, as you know. I'm originally from Jamaica. Came here when I was 15 years old, went to high school here, went to upstate New York for college, graduated last year. I'm definitely into communications, that was my major, but I also knew that music was my passion. So I just wanted to have some type of music while going to school. So I minored in like audio design. I was using that a little bit by mixing my own projects. My first EP was mixed by me. My first album was mixed by me. Not the beats though, I'm not a beat maker. So if you come into me about the beats, I'm not gonna help you. But you can help me find the beats and I'll help you, get feature whatever you need. Like let me know if we vibe. I would say I'm just a very outspoken person. I do like to keep to myself though. Like I do like outdoors, but you're never gonna see me volunteer to do something if I can just stay at home sometimes. So, and I'm also a teacher. So that's what I'm doing right now. Teaching these little kids, how to be cool people growing up. And on the side, I wouldn't say on the side I'm doing music, but I'm still trying to prioritize music while I'm doing a little 9 to 5 for the meantime, yeah. So I lived there until I was 15 and then I came here. So by now, I would say like half and half of my life in Jamaica, half of my life in New York. But I'm still definitely a Yankee because I still have like a hard New York accent. But, if I talk to my little Pawa friend, then I'll talk a little Pawa. But yeah, that's about it. Definitely was inspired by like my family because we are Christian. So choir, having to go to the choir, my mom sings, everyone in my family sings. My uncle was the main reason why I got into writing because he raps a lot. So we would write songs together and that I guess carried over into me coming here where I would just get exposed to different genres. One of the genres that I tried to tie into my music now is dancehall, but not too much. Also reggae too, but I know that I'm a very versatile person, so I don't try to just do one thing. I try to always mix in a little of this, a little of that, because that's very reflective of how I am, because I'm definitely not a dancehall person because I don't really listen to dancehall, if I'm being honest. I listen to a lot of alternative music. I had a whole emo phase. I went through all the phases in the book. So it's I'm taking all those vibes with me and I'm making sure that I'm being authentic to myself. Even though right now my vibe is kind of soul music. So I like Erykah Badu or Cleo Soul. Definitely my vibe right now, but I know that it's gonna be changing constantly because now I'm listening to Kawan, I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm Kalani, the vibe is there. So I think every time I'm always just using my experiences to just, I guess, support the type of music I make. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I definitely always had support. My mom never looked at me what are you doing? I came here for you to be a singer. She never really looked at me like that. The only person I would say is my aunt. She's a business person. So she did say, if you're gonna do music, at least do something else by the books and then keep that just in case that doesn't work out. My mom was more of the optimistic one who if this is what you want, you gotta go for it. You gotta just, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. It's my choice, it's my drive. I'm gonna be the person to make that happen. So I definitely have the support. I wouldn't say as much support as I would like. I feel like my mom could have been a little bit more involved in the process, but that's also because I don't really involve her because the music I make is not Christian music. So she's gonna be I don't wanna listen to that. I did listen, my first EP, there's a song called God of Gods. I did make my grandparents listen to it when I went back to Jamaica a few years ago, and they were just, they're kind of traditionally old people. So it wasn't really something that they could resonate with. So I just kind of was okay, as long as they know that I'm making music still, that's kind of all I can do for them right now. But in terms of my mom, I still try to get her feedback. I still try to have her a little bit involved. I have been going to the studio a lot lately. So she does ask me a lot, where you at? Where you at? And I'm like, I'm working. Like, you want me to make it, you want me make it out the hood, so I gotta do things to get out the hood. So like, yeah, but that's about it though. Right now, I would say I'm just trying to be better at like supporting other artists and supporting other friends so that I can feel better about them supporting me, because I feel like I do get a lot of love too, like on social media, from my friends. And so I want to keep that energy going. I want to keep that, like, you know, there's reciprocation going, where we're just constantly supporting each other. So yeah. I definitely like to freestyle. Every time I'm in the studio, or even when I'm like just in bed, like listening to beats, like I like put voice memos on my phone and I just like freestyle, because most of the songs that I've written was a freestyle, because I feel like if I think about it too much, it's like I'm gonna just have writer's block and I'm not gonna know what to say. But generally I would go off of my emotions. I also don't force it. So like if you look at my discography, I like took a 2-year gap from making music or putting anything out. I don't like to force anything. Like I feel like at the end of the day, like the best type of music comes out when you're not like forcing it and you're just like in your bed at 3 a.m. like, oh shoot, like I feel like this beat resonates with me, let me write something. And then you just like record it and then it's done, and then you're like, oh shoot, I'm glad I took my pen up or I took my phone up to write, because now it's a really good song and everybody likes it. So I tend to just try not to pressure myself too much and think, oh my god, I haven't like put out anything in a while, because then I'm gonna feel like it's not authentic to me and it's not like something that I'm doing out of passion. It's something I'm doing out of like, oh, this is a job that I have to do, you know? I feel like regardless, the major was going to be beneficial for me, like as a person. Like it definitely helped me realize how much communication is important in the world. And no matter how much I can sit here and be like, oh, I don't want to be on Instagram, I don't want to be on TikTok, like that's a form of communication that's like really popular nowadays. So it's like I kind of have no choice if I do want to make it in this industry. But I think the major definitely helped me get out of my shell a little bit more. I was already going to a PWI, so I kind of was definitely forced to get out of my shell a little bit more. And it's just easier in the city. So if you go to school like anywhere that is not POC, like you would just appreciate when you do come back to the city where it's like a lot of different types of people and you're like a lot more comfortable communicating and just being in that space with them, because everyone else is just like, I don't even care if you're here. Like if you're here, like, yay, cool, like I support you. And that's it. They're not going to be looking at you weird. So I would say the major just helped me, I guess, like learn different ways how to communicate and understand that we don't necessarily need to be best friends or be on the same level on everything in order to communicate or in order to be on the same level or understand each other. For the teacher role, I would say, I don't know. My patience has definitely, I've seen that I don't have a lot of patience. So that's something I've definitely learned being a teacher. But I've also learned just how to be more bold and be more confident. So I feel like if you're not confident in front of the kids, like, then you're probably never going to be confident in front of adults, because it's like you have to really just put yourself out there. So I feel like now, like being like, I think this is my 3rd month being a teacher, like definitely like learning how to just be more out there, because I definitely don't like to be in the spotlight. Even this spotlight right here is not what I like. Like I don't really like that, but like I just have to be more comfortable, and I just have to kind of like see it as, oh, like people might just be interested in hearing what I have to say or seeing the things I do. So it's not a bad thing. It's just something that I can get comfortable with. If I'm being very honest, when I started music, I was actually more open, and like honestly, when I started music, I was an emo. So it's like I was kind of like already in a community where everyone was like just alternative and they were just like showing off their outfits and it was cool. So I kind of came in with that energy. But I think as my music changed, it kind of like, it's like you realize like the criticism in different communities is very like obvious. Like you can see, like it's just very easy to like compare yourself with other artists in terms of their sound, in terms of the support they get on social media, like in terms of like the types of things they're doing for their music, it's so easy to get like so sucked into that. So I think over time, I wouldn't say it's because of the type of music I'm making, it's because just being an artist over time, like you realize like more things. So I think over time, like I did get a little bit more reserved over time, ironically, like because I also wasn't performing. So I actually performed for the first time this year at the Brooklyn Music Kitchen. And even though it was like mostly my friends, they still showed me that, oh, it's actually not that bad to like just put yourself out there, like just for like a little bit and then a little bit more and then a little bit. And then eventually you're just gonna feel like it's not that bad. So like, I think I'm trying to think of it as something that, oh, you know what, it's not gonna take me that much to just like get on stage and sing, or like get on stage and like vibe with people who actually like my music. Like it's really, because I don't want to be like as much as it sounds good, like I know Sia, for example, like she doesn't show her face. Like as much as that sounds really good, like to just be able to just be an artist and like be on a big platform and not have to like be out there, like it's definitely not ideal. And it's like, I realize if I do want to make an impression on the world, like I can't just be like, oh, let me just stay in my house all day. Like it has to be something physical as well. Like I have to be able to connect with people in person and not just on the phone. So I'm realizing that, and obviously I'm talking about it now, but honestly I was not thinking about this before. So like as I'm talking, I'm like realizing too, like, oh yeah, like there's a reason why people go to concerts. There's a reason why people like go to shows and listen to jazz music when they could have just been at home like eating their food. Like I feel like this is something that is therapeutic, and I did see it as therapeutic when I began, and I need to continue seeing that as a physical aspect as well, and not just, oh, I'm listening to music on the train. So I'm learning that over time. Yeah, I guess being able to feel confident in yourself and what you do. So like if you're not confident, then you're probably like questioning what you're doing and questioning who you are. So I would say like success, I don't really care too much about like monetary gain. Like that's also something that I've been struggling with when I started this music thing. Like I'm like, I don't really necessarily care to be a millionaire. Actually, no, I do care to be a millionaire, but I don't really care to like be popular in a sense. Like it's just like, there's just a lot of different like ways you can see success as, and it just depends on how you see it and if you're happy or not. Like I feel like at the end of the day, it's like, I know that I want to be happy. What makes me happy? Am I doing what makes me happy? And if that leaves, like, am I gonna still be happy? So like, you have to kind of understand your priorities as well. Like I know that money is something that can comes and it goes. And I know that one day the internet could just never, it could just all go, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you definitely have to understand that for yourself. But for me, I would say just being happy, like, and it's really hard when you're doing something. For example, I wouldn't say that being a teacher does not make me happy, because it does. Like, I love seeing my kids smile, like, it's so cute. But they stress me out too. So it's like, I'm also thinking happiness doesn't have to always be linear. It could be a little, you know, a little up and down. But as long as you're making whatever is making you happy consistent throughout your life, like it's something that you can see yourself doing, or like something or someone, whatever it is, like literally just like, and also just don't put your success on like, don't make your success dependent on other people, for example, or like a job that you've been wanting since you were like at middle school or something, like, cause it's like, you can always want that, but maybe that's not what you need. And you have to realize that not everything you want is what you need. So you got to also reflect on things over time. Like every year, every month, you have to reflect on things like that, because the world is changing every single second. So it's like, you definitely don't want to be depressed because something didn't work out that you've been planning for, like for, you know, a long time. I would want to be remembered as someone who just tried her best to show everyone that it's okay to just be human, and it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to try life again and redo life and continue, you know? It's like, the whole point is just continuing, like keep going forward. Like if, like I would say I'm a little too optimistic sometimes. Like I feel like it's really hard for me to get down about something if it doesn't work out, because I'm just like, oh well, you know, like, and it's sometimes that could be like bad because you do want to see everything as precious. Like, you don't want to lose anything. Like, the things that you have, you don't want to lose it, and if you lose it, you don't want to act like you didn't care about it. So I feel like it's supposed to be a good balance. Like, I feel like you should always try to just see life as, well, what I would want to be remembered as, just someone who always try to give a little bit of optimism and show that, you know, the world is good. Like, you know, the world is pretty. Like, it sometimes can be bad, and it sometimes can be like terrible. Like, why would this happen? Like, why would this happen to me? But like, you gotta always remember, at the end of the day, there's a lot of good things in this world to be thankful about. So I would say, even through my music, like, I would want people to just be able to resonate with the feelings that I'm trying to portray, and understand that it's okay. Like, it's okay to feel heartbroken. It's okay to feel sad, depressed. Like, it's okay to feel like everything's just terrible right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna just sit here and listen to sad music all day. Like, you can listen to my song and then listen to like some Beyonce after. Like, you know, like, I just wanna give a space of understanding, like, oh, this is how I'm feeling, and someone else is feeling that way. And then that's also why I'm trying to be diverse as well, because I don't want to just be a niche type of artist. I want to be someone who is able to show all the emotions and all the experiences that a normal human being, I think, goes through. So yeah, that's what I would want to be remembered by. Yeah. No shows, no nothing. Honestly, I'm like spontaneous in that regards. I am trying to be more like organized when it comes to bookings and stuff, because obviously I'm kind of by myself. But yeah, I don't really have a team. I do have support, so like, I think what I need to do is lean on my support more to see like, okay, if they have anyone who knows of, you know, something like a show or like a venue, anything like that. So I would start doing that more. Yeah, I do have some unreleased. I'm trying to like find a very good balance of when to upload, because this is the first time I'm really uploading a lot. Like, I don't really upload a lot, so I'm trying to first, honestly, like, focus on my audience first. Like, I feel like I need to understand what my audience likes and like what they really vibe to, and how they respond well to like me like posting, or how they respond to like me in the channel. I created a channel on Instagram. Like, I need to understand my audience more and like just get to know them more, because I feel like I don't want to just be posting stuff and then they don't you know, they don't know what to do with this. So like, that's where I'm at right now, yeah. Because obviously I can't be too specific. I would say for everyone who's probably seen the video, I would say just be open-minded, and just continue to be open-minded. Continue to think of different ways to do or go somewhere or get somewhere, because there's always another way, and you don't necessarily need to be like everybody else. You don't need to do what everyone else is doing, and it's okay to just like remix everything, like remix something, and definitely just take everything with a grain of salt. Like, if you see something, okay, like how can I like internalize this to make what I'm doing better, or like how can I like use this to like as an idea. Like, I feel like I don't really know the best way to say this, but like, I guess just see everything and not see everything as, oh, this is something I have to do. Just see everything as, this is what other people are thinking, and those ideas are cool. What can I think? Like, what can I bring to like the industry that's already there with like millions of other singers who's also trying to get to the same place you're trying to get to? Like, it's like, if you are an artist, but if you are not an artist and you're just like a person who's just doing whatever you're doing, yeah, just keep being open-minded and keep finding ways to be happy. Because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, then it's like nothing is not matter. Yeah, nothing matters.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got one shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum if I took the drill, but I found a better way without a deal.